Hello everyone, so today I'm going to share a story about my client and how I've helped her raise the price of her group coaching offer from £700 to £2,500, and she's actually going to charge £5,000 for that same offer in the future. So if you're new here, my name is Marta and I'm sharing videos that are going to help you grow and scale your coaching business with group offers. So make sure to subscribe and hit that notification button so you don't miss any videos. So when this client came to me, she already ran her group offer once and she was charging £700 for a 3-month group coaching offer. And at the moment when she was launching that offer, she was working with a 7-figure coach who was helping her find her ideal client and launch that offer and put the pricing and everything. And even though she had that help, she just managed to get 3 people into that first launch of her group offer at that lower price. And when we started working together, I've looked at her offer and I've looked at her ideal client for that group offer that she had started with. And I've seen that actually her group offer was much more valuable than £700. And actually, when we did some market research and we looked around how much other people are charging for that same end result or for that same offer, we were seeing people charging all the way from £2,500 to £5,000 to even £10,000 for that kind of end result. So I knew that she can immediately put that price higher and she didn't need to add anything new into that offer to make it that higher price. So sometimes you might already have a product that is valuable, that you could charge much higher for. The only thing is that you might be charging lower because of that fear that people are not going to join because it's the first time you are running it. So you might be putting the price super low, and that actually gives up a different vibe to your customers, to people that want to invest and that want that result, and it gives them the sensation that that offer is actually not valuable. By you putting that price lower, they immediately see it as lower value. If you would give them the same offer and you've said that it was 3 times more, they would immediately see it as more valuable, and they would immediately feel like there is so much value into that offer because you are charging higher. So they assume if you charge lower that you are actually not good at what you are doing, that you are not going to support them to get to that end result, that they are not going to get that value from that offer because it's such low cost. And you can think about yourself when you are buying something, when you see 2 same products on the shelf in a supermarket and one is maybe £1 and another one is £5, you are immediately going to feel like that £5 product is more valuable and maybe better than the £1 product, just because of that price difference. And that's the same with group offers. So sometimes you might have such a great value in there, and I know all of my clients, they really want to support their clients and they want to give the best service possible, so they do put a lot of effort into those group offers, but they are afraid to put that higher value and higher price because they are afraid no one is going to buy. So that is your first thing, is like, if you know that your offer is valuable and you know that the price is worth that much, you should immediately put that price. Why? Because other people are going to see it as valuable just by having that price there. And then you just need to target the right people, the people that actually want that end result and that are willing to invest into that end result. And that brings me to the second point that we looked at when we started working together, and that was her ideal client. So she was targeting an ideal client that her previous coach suggested she targets because that was also a target market of that previous coach. And they just felt like, I'm doing this, so you should be doing the same thing. They didn't ask her about her actual audience, about her experience in her work life, in her business experience up until now. They didn't ask her who is in her audience. They didn't ask her who she resonates with and who she wants to support. They just suggested something based on their own subjective opinions. And when we started working together, I've actually went and questioned all of those things with my client. And I've realized together with my client that she had an audience filled with a completely different ideal client, a completely different niche. And that ideal client was someone who she actually enjoyed working with, someone who actually valued her and her work, someone she could reach easily, and someone she could actually connect with because she was working in similar roles as that new ideal client. So that was the shift that we made. We actually started targeting a different niche, a different ideal client, and we upped that price to actually bare minimum of what other people were charging for that same offer, and relaunched her offer, her program, as the beta launch for this new ideal client at this new price that was 50% off the actual price that she wanted to put at $5,000. And we've done this in a couple of sessions, I think 1 or 2 sessions. And by the end of the month that we were working together, she filled up 5 spots for her new program and she started her new program. So what happened actually when she started and when she got all these new people, new ideal client into her group offer, and what was the difference between the first group offer that she ran? So when she actually came to me, she wanted to completely give up that offer, even though when I talked to her, when I asked her the questions about what she is passionate about, it turned out that she really was passionate about training people, about this offer, and giving that knowledge to her clients. She was super passionate about it, but what made her want to give up on that offer was that while she was running the first round with that client, that niche that wasn't really aligned to her, she felt draining. First of all, because they paid her really little for the amount of work that she was putting in, for the amount of value that she was giving those people. They didn't appreciate it because immediately they felt like, okay, this is low value, so I'm not actually getting a lot of value. This is low price, so I'm not getting a lot of value. So they were not appreciating her, they were not appreciating her efforts, and they were really draining. So she felt like she's giving everything, like she's teaching them all this knowledge that she accumulated through 10 years of really, really hard work. And she just felt resentful and not really motivated and energized running that group because she couldn't see that reflection back of all the effort that she was putting in. And that's why she didn't feel good about the offer. She just felt like she wanted to drop it, like she didn't want to run it again because it felt so draining and exhausting, and she just didn't want to do it. Once we changed that ideal client, now the people that she got in, she basically said that this is the perfect cohort, that working with this new ideal client was exactly what she wanted. All of them were appreciating her, they were appreciating the offer because they were the ones that actually wanted to do this, that knew how much value they would get out of that group offer, knew how much that group offer is going to help them in reaching their goals in their lives, and they were really grateful to her. They could see how much knowledge she had. She enjoyed having the conversations in that group, just the whole interaction, the whole engagement of people in the group was completely different. And instead of draining her, it energized her. And she now wants to continue to run that group and even make it higher price and even change it a little bit for maybe even a higher level client that she wants to attract. So my takeaway from this example would be actually look at what energizes you, what kind of things you really want to do in this life, in this business, what offer would you love to run, and what feels like you would be fulfilling your purpose, and what kind of offer you would enjoy running for the next couple of years, and start there. And then look at who is in your audience that you enjoy working with. Who did you work with before that you felt energized by working with? Who can you connect with? You can look all the way through your past. In your work, maybe you had a job where you worked with certain type of people. All of this can be super valuable information for you when you are deciding who you're going to want to work with, who you want to target with your offer, and who you want to support with your offer. And then look at do some market research and look at what other people are charging, and do not put your price lower than everyone else. Maybe when you start out, price your offer somewhere in the middle or maybe even above, and try to add some things and differentiate yourself from the market so that you can have some unique selling points so that you can put that higher price on your offers. And it doesn't need to be adding so many things in. She actually removed some of the things she had as, the things that were adding value, like having one-to-one calls, people having access to her. That was all draining her, so we decided just to reduce those one-to-one calls, to reduce that one-to-one access to her, and that felt more aligned. And even with reducing that value, she was still able to charge higher prices just by changing that ideal client and actually seeing that her offer is completely different from other people's offers because of that experience she had in her work life and in her coaching and all the different tools and techniques that she's been using in her business. All of that kind of differentiated her from all the other courses that were similar to hers. And that's why she could put a higher price, because her ideal client actually valued her approach more than some other people. And maybe other people had similar courses but were targeting different ideal clients. So now this ideal client that she has feels like she's talking directly to them, and like her offer is the only one that actually talks directly to them. So these are some tips and tricks that you can do to put a higher price on your group offer. And if you need support with that, feel free to book in a call with me and we can chat about how I can support you in launching that group offer and putting a higher price on your group offers. And you can find the link to book a call down below this video, and you can check out my other videos where I share more tips and tricks about how to run, launch, and sell your group coaching offers. And if you like this video, click the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!